Alright, here we are on the Camaro project. Basically the new hoods came in. It fits real nice. Not much problems there. Had to work on the aftermarket hinges. Had a couple spots that are hitting in place and rubbing in place. We got to hammer and dolly and do a little grinding on. But the hood pretty much fits real nice. The front header panel that was from another company. Now the body parts, the hood and other things are Dynacore. The owner put some different parts on that just don't fit. So we got another header panel coming in from Dynacore. The original header panel that's pretty rotted out. It's just got some spots in it. We were going to glass bead, but you can get a nice one from Dynacore. This, if you look at it, the top side was pretty good. We fitted that and bolted in place. It fits real nice to the hood. So we're going to get Dynacore in there and see how it is. At least we're going to use the bottoms and a couple things. So, but we went through and did the gaps on the door and went through and welded all this area in and did the gap that was huge across there. It was like a 3/4 line down across the top, and fitted all that. Got it all fitting real nice. Got a 3/16 feeler gauge going through it, and you got a real nice fit all the way down it. So that's a big improvement real quick. And took care of the gap in the door. We're going to take care of the bottom rocker and put another rocker in. I'm moving on to our huge gap that we have in the trunk, which you can see it's pretty big. So we're gonna take care of that and fix that gap, and you got another one on that side. I'll unwrap the car and we're gonna go ahead and get some of the mud work done right here and across the top of the door and around the top of the fender, and go on to the back part. Little bit of fouling right there at the edge, but the rest of the trunk line is back at 3/16, real nice and even all the way up. So all done in metal. Everything in the door is done in metal, all been glazed over. Top of that, top of the fender, the gap in between the door, everything, final little, real thin little layers of mud. I've worked out the metal real nice. Sanded all that down and went over that. And I'm gonna go get something to eat. That's her.
Well, I'm gonna pull back out. I know I'm kind of doing it quick because I didn't know I'd have this much mud left. And I got enough to do this, and I don't want to waste it. It doesn't need much.
Now I'd go over that top piece you just smudged across.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't expect to have that much mud. It actually looks pretty good there.
I'm enjoying life again. Spending time with my family again. Neurostar TMS therapy is by prescription only. A doctor can help you decide if
Alright, getting all the body putty done. Little lines around some things, some waves. Knocking all that out real quick. Our gap lines are real nice. There's 3/16 gap line running right around everything. So I've done up the back here, and so show you the gap line on it. A real nice gap line. And there was something up with the hood here. I had to do some work on it right there on the deck lid. But we got a real nice line on her now. I've went and added all the metal to this side. And I had a 1/4 inch in here in the back area. And I got a real nice line to it now. That's at 3/16. It tapers right into up here at 3/16. I would like this to be tighter, but I can't really change that much. But we're running real nice right down through here at 3/16. And it's all metal. Everything's been redone that way. I just got to take care of a couple little things to it. We got a real nice line right here. So that's where we're at with things with it right now. I'm gonna get out of here for the day. It's 5 something, and we're gonna come back in the morning, get this side all done. Ended up having to do a good bit here. And you put the quarter on. They didn't line the quarter up completely right. It was a little in this bottom area. You had to get this and this lined up, so I had to add a good bit in here. Right along this area, but I got it been really nice now. So I'm going to be working on the other side tomorrow, and just a quick refresh. We got all these lines to contend with. We got them pretty close, and done a lot of welding on it. And I got some welding and trim to do on this side. Straighten up this line. Bottoms in a little bit. Got this worked out real good, and just fix up this side. He's got it fitting a little bit better right here. It was dropped in here on the other side, so this side's fitting a little better. I'm gonna sand this down. It's got a pretty good lump to it right here where this is high to this and to this, so I gotta raise all this through here. It should have been lowered in. It's a pretty good lump right there, but a couple waves down through the side here, I guess from clamping when he did that, but get that straightened up in the morning. Alright, well, you see we took the fender back off. We're on the passenger side. Had to finish up some metal work that was back here on this, where the skin was laid over the inner structure of the door before we got the car. It just wasn't hammered and dollied properly. Ended up, it was weighty all the way across there, and I couldn't get it matched. So I took a metal file. We ended up grinding it down and tack welding it. Took a metal file and ran across it. Got a real nice, even, smooth line across there now. I've had to do the same down here on the bottom. Now, we're going on to the door. We're going to be doing the same thing with the door. Where'd the gauges go? Now, we got the door to the point where all the top's good. We run tight right here, so I got to take a little bit off the door, and then we run down. We see we have it all right through this section right here, where the skin just, it needed to be worked differently. Now you got it right through there, that you got it even, but then the skin is out again right through here. So the skin is literally goes down and goes wavy all the way down it. So we got to take care of this spot and this spot. By the time we get primer, sealer, and paint on there, this will be all the way down to one of these. So if we don't fix it now, and it'll end up being this way when we're done. When we're all done, paint and everything's on it, you'll have a real nice gap line on there. I'm moving on to the back. This is getting finished up. That's getting all finished up. Gap line's real nice in it right now. You can see a real nice even gap line all the way down it. We got the same gap line going on this side. They went ahead and just finished all this up on here. So all that's done. This is all finished up. Our gap lines in the door are the same way. We got real nice gap line all the way through this now. We got a real nice, you go under the door, we got this finaled out. We got a real nice gap line all the way down through this even. So we're gonna get this side and primer, the back side and primer, and hopefully the other side. Put the fender back on and keep on going on. Just wanted to give a little update of what's going on and where she's at. Yeah, once that's sitting up with the gasket right there where we had it earlier, it was real nice and even across there. It's real nice and even across there. Got it real nice and even across there. So we've got that corrected. Some of the clamping and welding, some of the things have been done, just had some tension on some different places. Have to be corrected. Now, this we haven't full width yet. We're gonna sand all this down. It's got a real sharp line here. It just needs to be feathered in, a little spoon and hammer and dolly in there, and then feather that in. This isn't gonna be bad. We've got it all worked out. We got a nice line between the two now. We just gotta address the door, and I'll show you again after we grind it off and weld it up. And get all filed back down. We'll do a little skim coat of mud on there. Then we'll get the fender back on. Alright, here we are on the door gap. Let me grab a gauge. Alright, after grinding, cutting, welding, I got a really nice gap line to her now. That's your gap line all the way down it. 3/16. Real nice, real even. It just pulls right through. Right through, all the way through it. Real nice even gap line. I had to add to it. I had to cut from it. It's turned out real nice. It's just one thing we had to do. Aftermarket parts, and then the skin just wasn't put on completely proper. So, and then this gap line, same way. We got a real nice gap line right there, real nice all the way through. We're right at 3/16. It looks real nice all the way down it. So, but that is a real nice right at, that's 3/16. Yeah, real nice gap. And it's clean. Had to cut off the top of this a little bit. It was uneven. Gonna weld that up, and a couple things. We'll be buttoning it up tomorrow. I was hoping to have pretty much in primer. We got this last spot. The deck lid's all cleaned up. I moved that. There's your deck lid. Real nice lines to everything. And like I said, we're even at 3/16 all the way down the deck lid. And same, you've seen that side. And last couple spots to do. We'll get on some lower things, and we'll take care of the rockers and some other things when they come in. But I'll show it to you when we get it. Get a couple spots in primer. We'll be putting up them lines. Shouldn't be much big. You want to take pictures? Go around and take pictures of this. I've done video but not pictures. Alright, here we are in the Camaro. Moved into the booth, getting ready to get primer onto the spots on the car that we ended up doing the repairs to, and got them situated. Still got a few repairs to go. We ended up I sanded down all the quarters and doors and everything. Just had to do some metal filing, some places imperfections just in the body panels themselves. Pop the deck lid off so I can primer all back in here. Sand all this back panel down and everything so I can get it sealed up. That's what's got all the grind marks out of the wheel well, and went ahead and put a little skim coat of putty there to clean the wheel wells up. And got that taken care of, and the inside of the door jamb. And, that's where we're getting big. I mean, and now there's your door going down, and we'll get her in primer here in a little bit, and then this kind of stuff here I can't really do much with. It's been welded in place. It just it wasn't perfect from factory, and it's not going to be perfect right there. And some of the welds and some of the places that were put together are just as I can't do much about it at this stage, you know. It's pretty decent. It looked all right. A couple little, things, but I've got the majority of things straightened up and cleaned it up and blew it all off. I'm getting ready to wipe it all down, tape off some of the areas, tape off some of the black underneath, put some paper around it. I'll show that process when I get it, but right now I'm getting ready to wipe it all down, get these things ready to get in primer, heat her up in here and get her up to, probably put it up around 100 and something in here and get the body panel warmed up so the metal's about 75, 80 degrees, and then it can slowly cool down after I get it in primer. All right. Coat of primer. Just put about 3 coats on all these areas and blend it out over the rest. It's a nice coat of sand, and I'll shadow cast it. 70 Camaro getting done.